more than 200 Venezuelans back to a large prison in El Salvador, despite a federal judge's order for their return to the United States of America. Earlier, the judge had blocked Trump's use of the Alien Enemies Act. Now, however, the White House has stated that it was not disregarding the court's decision, but it also claimed that it was within its rights to bypass the judge's ruling. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has stated that a single judge in a single city cannot direct the movements of an aircraft carrier full of foreign alien terrorists who were physically expelled from US soil. This is what is the Trump administration's official position. Meanwhile, the plane allegedly carried members of Tren de Aragua, which is a Venezuelan gang connected to kidnapping, extortion and contract killings. In a court filing, meanwhile, the Trump administration has stated that some of the Venezuelans had already been removed from the United States prior to the judge's order, but however did not provide any further detail or comments. So it is unclear at this point how exactly were the 200 plus Venezuelans deported. But that's not all. El Salvador's president Nayib Bukele has now reacted to the federal order with a laughing emoji on his social media account. His statement was of course reposted by the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who later thanked Bukele for his assistance and friendship. My colleague Brian Anthony Thomas with us on the broadcast to share more details. Brian, interesting developments as far as the deportation saga is concerned. Walk our viewers through the latest.
Well, yes, we are definitely now more than 200 alleged members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua have been deported from the US and transferred to a high security prison in El Salvador, and even Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele also announced that. And even there was a proclamation issued also where US President Donald Trump invoked the 1798 Alien Enemies Act to expedite the deportation of suspected gang members. Now, this law, very historically used to justify internment camps during World War II, allows the administration to bypass immigration courts and even rapidly remove migrants. Now, however, even a federal judge in Washington, D.C. temporarily blocked the use of the law, ruling that it only applies to hostile acts by foreign governments that are, commensurate to war. And despite this, even the deportation flights proceeded, prompting legal and diplomatic tensions. Even President Bukele also confirmed that 238 alleged gang members arrived in El Salvador and were taken to Terrorism Confinement Center, a massive prison capable of holding up to around 40,000 inmates. Now, Bukele also shared a video showing shackled men being escorted off a plane, having their heads and beards shaved, and also being placed in cells. And even Marco Rubio also stated that over 250 suspected gang members had been sent to El Salvador. Through the exact times of the departure and arrival are still unclear, but the US has also deported 23 members of the MS-13, which is a notorious Salvador gang as well. And now US has also agreed to pay El Salvador $6 million to detain 300 alleged Tren de Aragua members for 1 year. Yes.
All right, Brian, with that, I would like to thank you for joining.